Hello, thank you for taking the time to complete our study. The goal of our current research is to explore the extent to which loneliness mediated by positive and negative self-talk affects emotional self-efficacy. We randomly divided all participants into 3 groups: high loneliness, low loneliness, and a control group. In order to observe the impact of loneliness, we used false results for the UCLA loneliness scale to manipulate loneliness. When you received your results for this scale at the beginning of the study, you were shown scores that were created to produce feelings of high or low loneliness as you read and summarized them. These scores were not at all a reflection of your real answers to the scale or your level of loneliness. Comparing these results to a fictitious group was intended to induce high loneliness in the high loneliness group, low loneliness in the low loneliness group, and neutral loneliness in the control group. This manipulation was necessary to fulfill the purpose of our study, since the real average scores of the UCLA loneliness scale were likely to be low. After this manipulation, you summarized the results you were shown, which allowed you to engage in self-talk. Then, your current emotions were assessed with the positive and negative affect schedule to determine the success of our manipulation. Next, you completed the automatic thought questionnaire to measure self-talk. You completed the emotional self-efficacy scale to assess your emotional self-efficacy following this manipulation of loneliness. Finally, the Rosenberg self-esteem scale and the 10-item personality inventory were completed, allowing us to investigate the correlations between loneliness, self-esteem, and personality. Excluding the UCLA loneliness scale, the results to these assessments will be analyzed to observe the impact of loneliness on self-efficacy and self-talk. We predict that the feelings of loneliness induced in this study will subside with this debriefing. If you are experiencing prolonged or intense loneliness as well as any other emotional distress due to participation in this study, we recommend the use of the resources provided below. Please do not ignore any lasting emotional symptoms and reach out to the Lee University Counseling Center, the Lee University Marriage and Family Therapy and Play Therapy Center, or Traverse Counseling Services.